Welcome everybody to this wonderful webinar that we are having today with my lovely guest, Naomi Barton, who you will meet shortly in just a few minutes. But while we are waiting for everybody to join us in the masses on both LinkedIn and YouTube, I wanted to just quickly say a hello to everybody that's joining us and make sure that you can hear us, make sure that you can see us. If you are in the YouTube channel, can you give us a thumbs up or a hello wave, or just say hello in the chat, because that is where we are going to be monitoring this week. I am going to quickly run through some of the housekeeping. It's very important. We are a little bit ahead of you guys. So if you're joining us on the live stream, you can find us shortly. Apparently somebody's saying that my mic is muted. So can we just double check that people can actually hear me? Would be great. Hopefully we don't have any issues, but I think I'm live. I think people can hear us, and I think I'm fine. So that's great to say. Thanks for popping that in the chat, guys. All right, so we are live. There are going to be technical issues. It might go well, it might not go well, but we will be here for the next 45 minutes talking about affiliate marketing, about growing a career in affiliate marketing. But before we get going, I'm just going to go through a little bit of housekeeping, because if you've never joined us on a webinar before, if you lose us, if things look strange, if your screen freezes, we are live streaming across multiple platforms at the moment. So just refresh your browser and we should theoretically come back. If you want to ask us questions, which I highly encourage that you do, we are here for 45 minutes to answer questions about your career, about affiliate marketing, about all the things that you've ever wanted to know. You can ask those questions on our YouTube channel. So we are only answering questions on the YouTube chat today, mainly because I'm not omnipresent or an octopus, and I can only focus on one channel and Naomi at the same time. So hopefully if you're joining us, you are in for a treat today. We are going to be talking about everything related to the new Affiliate Manager Academy that Affiverse is bringing through to IGB Live in partnership with IGB Affiliate. And without further ado, and because my lovely guest has waited so patiently, turn off your phone. For the next 45 minutes, we're going to help you guys understand what you need to do to level up your career. And I'm going to go ahead and ask you to type into the chat on YouTube if you can. If you're on LinkedIn, you can do the same on LinkedIn, but we'll only be able to see you after this event. Head on over to the YouTube channel of Affiverse and type in who you are, what you do, why you're here, and what your biggest struggle is right now, because hopefully through the course of this webinar, we'll be able to walk you through that, maybe give you some advice, maybe show you how we've built our careers and got to kind of like C-level suite, and just help you guys to take that next leap and do it with a little bit of confidence and a little bit of mentoring and support. So we are here today to talk about our Affiliate Managers Academy, which we are bringing to you live, not in June, but in July at the IGB Affiliate event. We're going to be talking about the who, what, where, why, and everything in between to building a successful career in affiliate marketing. If you want to get your tickets to come and join me at the Affiliate Manager Academy, you can just scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen. If you want to ask me any questions about what the Academy is, ask it after the webinar, because that's exactly why we're here today, to actually talk about it. And if you've got any questions, you can always email me on lj@affiverse.com. Now, without further ado, I'm going to hand over the mic to my lovely guest who has been patient, to Naomi Barton. Naomi, welcome onto the webinar. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I've nicknamed you the Chief Rainmaker and my guest for today, but maybe you can just introduce yourself to everybody that's tuning in and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do at IGB Live.
I would love to. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me on your podcast. It's always lovely to see you as well. Gosh, so that picture was from last year's IGB Live, which took place in Amsterdam. And so we're nearly a full year on from that last event over there. And I guess the biggest thing that's in store, the biggest thing that we've done is we've moved this event because our customers told us they needed to grow and to scale. And this industry is continuing to grow and evolve. Yeah. And so what we've really done is we've moved the heart of the iGaming industry to the UK and to London, which in effect is the home of the iGaming community. And so I think the biggest thing that we've got in store is that really connected ecosystem of that IGB Live offers, which is the affiliates and the affiliate programs and the operators and the iGaming suppliers and the game providers, and actually having that whole ecosystem together under one roof and then allowing people access to networking is probably the biggest USP, I think. And we've seen it grow. It's grown about 27% year on year. Wow. And our audience is looking to deliver over sort of 15,000 visitors, which is about 40% up. So that, I think what that demonstrates is that this event is A, needed and wanted for its community, and B, being in London in the UK, which is such an important market, we're seeing a lot more uplift from UK attendees, perhaps that didn't even attend Barcelona. So what we should be able to do is deliver a different cohort of people for our customers, whether you're a supplier or whether you're a visitor.
Yeah. And for those of us, or for those that are joining us, maybe this is the first year that they are going to an event of this size. I mean, 15,000 people is not a small event, okay? I mean, I know the picture there shows a couple of the crowds, but I've been to the Amsterdam conferences. They are massive. They're across, multiple venue halls. You literally get your 25,000 steps a day in if you actually want to go and walk around and meet everybody. What can people expect at this year's event? Because it is at Excel. It's at a different part of Excel from previous years when we've had this event there. So just give us a little bit of a breakdown of what's different. Do we still go in the front of Excel when we walk in, or like what's happening?
Yeah, it's a really good point. And I think what's lovely about the size of this event, although it's grown, it's a manageable size. I think when you compare it to the size of something like ICE, or, in terms of sheer size of it, actually IGB Live is taking up a large portion of the South Hall, and Excel have got a new dockside experience. So we've got the waterfront outside. And so I think it's going to surprise a lot of people in terms of what it looks like. It's obviously, last time we ran a show in London, it was really quite chilly February, and I've been doing sun dances literally for the last week. I've been manifesting sun, and at the moment it's like 26 degrees and sunny, and we've got so much planned networking wise, both in the show and on the show floor, but also outside all around. So what you'll see is a really connected campus experience, and London like you haven't seen it before, in the respect that we're not trying to recreate Amsterdam, but we're trying to maintain that essence and that vibe, because it is a fun event, but obviously with serious deal making and business networking and education opportunities as well. And we've got London iGaming Week, which is that umbrella brand really for all the things that are going on next week, because the more value we can add to everyone coming, the more reason it will be useful for a customer, and it will be more beneficial for their business, but also it should be fun as well. So
well, that's a nice thing, because, if you're all new into the industry and maybe this is the first event that your boss is throwing you out at and saying, go meet affiliates and go and get business, walking into a room of 15,000 strangers can be somewhat daunting. So, making sure that you're signing up for all of the kind of like smaller events, the fringe events, the networking things that are happening alongside is a really good way to kind of like ease yourself in, start to meet people that can mentor you and support you and actually introduce you. And the one thing that I love about our industry is that people genuinely are friendly. Like, they will introduce you to other people, even competitors. Like, they will talk to you, they'll exchange ideas, because that is currently how most people are learning. So, I mean, hats off to you, because you manage this huge event. You pull it off twice a year. I mean, I think if I was in your shoes, I'd probably have way more gray hairs. But, this is something that you've done for many years. Yeah, and you've also, you're super experienced at putting together events that actually help businesses to come together and to grow. And this year, I'm really excited to be a part of it, because you know how passionate I am about education. So we're going to talk a little bit about what we're doing together at IGB Live this year for iGaming affiliate managers that are coming into the industry, that maybe want to learn and level up and learn what are the steps that they need to take in order to build their careers. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about your teachers. So unfortunately, Leanna couldn't be here today, but she's the lady on the right next to me. Both of us have been, multiple speakers at IGB events for many, many years. I think Leanna's been in the industry 18 years. I've been in the industry since the early 2000s. And, we've worked across multiple different gaming clients. We've launched hundreds of affiliate programs across the iGaming industry. So we really are experienced at running iGaming programs and structuring the launch, the scale, and the growth of these programs. So you're going to be in good hands. I guess that's the message that I wanted to give you. If you don't yet know me and you haven't been following me and you're here on this webinar, for the first time because you're in the industry and somebody told you to follow me or come and listen to this webinar, then I'm really glad that you're here. And I want you to try and interact with us. So if you're joining us on YouTube, again, if you've joined us a little bit late, please get onto the YouTube channel and ask questions, because both Naomi and I are always happy to engage with people and actually answer questions and talk about how we've built our careers, because we've built them over a couple of decades, and we are where we are today, and we really both want to teach and share knowledge. So why is affiliate marketing so complex? I thought we could maybe start there before we get into the nitty-gritty of what the Affiliate Manager Academy is going to deliver this year. But what are your thoughts on this? Because you have such a breadth and depth of the gaming industry. I mean, you deal with all the suppliers, all the brands, all the affiliate managers that are coming to your event, and you survey a lot of them as well. So like, what is changing after each event? What have you seen over the last year? Because there's probably enough just to cover a whole webinar just on that. But why do you think that affiliate marketing is becoming so complex, and why are you investing in doing this training academy?
I think it's a really good question, and I think there is so much that you have to be in this market. You have to try to navigate regulatory landscapes and understand regulatory and compliance hurdles across multiple geos. So what is allowed in the UK is maybe not allowed in Germany, and hasn't even been brought up in a very nascent US. And so trying to navigate, you have to be hyper aware of those specific market rules for content, bonus terms, messaging, etc., which is really tough. Then you've got SEO volatility and content quality and the continuous algorithm changes, and really competitive markets, because with a hyper positive growth market comes a lot of competitor. It's a bit oversaturated sometimes with new operators or affiliates trying to understand how you really develop a long-term relationship with one of your partners. How to leverage AI without losing authenticity. I think that's something that, honestly, some of these issues, I would say you could apply to affiliate marketing, but you could also apply to every other business where the AI coming into businesses, it should help to unlock people's workloads, and it should support that. It should not, in my opinion, remove the people element. It's still actually fundamentally about the people, and that's what this market. So in a way, maybe we want to simplify it and say, actually, it is complex, but actually, if you strip it back, it's all about the people, is what I would say.
Yeah, I always like to say affiliate marketing is complicated, but it doesn't have to be complex. If you break it down and you actually get strategic about how you actually want to work with your partners. The other reason why I think the industry is so complex is because, one, it's fast paced. So we've got different platforms that are coming into the space. Like 15 years ago, Facebook wasn't even a thing. Then it became really, really popular. Then everybody started creating groups. Then Facebook decided they didn't want us to do groups anymore. And now it's Reels. And like, you have to keep abreast of what's happening, not only in one channel, but on all the channels as an affiliate manager. And so understanding where to find those niches, how to get to your customer, because the customer buying journey or selection process has changed so significantly with all of these other channels breaking that journey. There's no one linear space. 20 years ago, we only had, Ask Jeeves or Bing, or, when Google came in, it was Google. But like, I'm showing my age now, but the people go and find information everywhere, on X, on Twitter. I mean, some of the best iGaming affiliates that I know have built up brands and communities on some of these social platforms where they engage with their customer, provide tips, information, education, whatever it is. And so I think that makes it complex too, because as a traffic hunter or as an affiliate manager, you've got to understand how to sell, how to commercially negotiate, how all the platforms are working, where the traffic is coming from, how to leverage those traffic sources into the main mix of your affiliate program, which affiliates to work with, which ones to maybe, dial down when certain things are happening. And I think, having all of that thrown at you at once as you're coming into the industry is super, super overwhelming. And why I've decided that I think this is a good thing for us to do together, and why when we spoke about it, we agreed that it was, is because I think there needs to be an entry-level point where people can come together and have the space and time to think about what's relevant for them, because there is no like cookie cutter. There's no cookie cutter, playbook that you can give to an ideating client to say, here, go do this. If you follow these 50 steps, you'll be successful. Every single brand that you're going to work in across the course of your career needs to be tweaked and massaged, and the principles of marketing applied, but in very different ways. So hopefully that's made sense to everybody tuning in, that it is the act of affiliate management is not so complicated, but the running of an affiliate program can get very complex, especially when you have other digital channels that you need to sit beside as well. And there were 3 questions that I wanted to ask you around this, because today we've promised everybody that we were going to give them 4 actionable tactics that they can take away, other than, signing up for the academy to actually come and learn with us. But what are some of the biggest things that you think are holding people back in scaling their careers right now? Because you meet affiliate managers from entry level right up to like the heads of massive major, conglomerates and programs. What are some of the things that you see people are lacking in their career development in this industry specifically, that you would encourage them to maybe invest in so that they can kind of start to grow?
Yeah, I think sometimes some people have grown in their careers in this particular sector by luck and having the fortune to be working with somebody who supported their career and taken a specific interest, not necessarily by design in terms of a clear path to career advancement and growth. And I think when you and I started talking, we've been talking about this for a few years, where they're just, if you think about this market, it's grown up. It's now over 20 years old. It's, what it is now. It needs some level of framework and clear training program to be able to encourage and bring through new talent, and then nurture that talent, and then continue to move on in their careers, and then they can train the next set of talented affiliate managers. And so we just have obviously found that there isn't that mechanism or that sort of framework to do that that's particularly formal. And I think in every other sector, you go and get a degree, you can do a postgrad, you've got all sorts of qualifications that you can reach out and do, and there just doesn't seem to be enough. And actually, when you think about this sector, it's hugely tech savvy, it's really tech focused, it takes in all these different other niches, whether it is finance, payments, etc. So it should be attracting in a global market that basically is growing CAGR growth at around 12% per year. It should be attracting the best and the brightest minds globally.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I mean, we've actually released we sponsored a white paper that looked at affiliate marketing globally from the US perspective. And it's a $35 billion industry, yet nobody knows about it. And I mean, 20 years in, all of us that started way back in the beginning when affiliate marketing was first created as a marketing channel, we're all exiting now and building our own businesses and not actually doing the teaching of the next generation coming in. And as you said, there is no university of affiliate. I think I spoke to a recent grad that we actually employed, and he had 1 chapter in a 3-year degree of digital marketing that was centered around affiliates. And yet it's a $35 billion industry. So it doesn't matter what vertical you're working in. It's also mostly unregulated, except for certain verticals and markets. And it's still busy building its best practices, because the industry keeps changing all the time. So best practices need to be recreated again as new channels come in and as that customer journey gets fragmented and changed. So biggest things holding us back is ourselves, really, if you think about it, because if you're not willing to invest in yourself and actually develop your own skill set outside of just the workplace that you're in, because your job might show you how to do things a certain way that they do it, but you're not getting the context of how it gets done everywhere else, which makes you less efficient because you don't get to see other ways of doing the same thing.
Yeah, and I think the biggest lesson that I've learned a lot of lessons, actually, many lessons in my career, and I learn every day. I literally never stop. But that really you're in charge of your own career, and so you have to be able to ask and identify people that you want to learn from, because I don't think no one will pick up your career and focus on it for you. You sort of have to you ask someone to be a mentor, but better still, ask someone to be a sponsor. Like, a sponsor should advocate for you. So find somebody in the industry that you really admire and just ask them if they will help guide you, and constantly check back and, you know, learn from your peers. I mean, the other thing is that one of the things we do by bringing people together is to offer that educational opportunity and that peer-to-peer learning, because this industry is very much based on people. It's very much relationship based, and actually therefore people like to learn from each other. And so hopefully what we can provide by running an event where you bring all of these different elements together is all these different learning opportunities, because you might hear something you know, over a drink with somebody at a bar, or you might hear something in a seminar, or you might hear something at the academy. But all of those things will give you context. And the other thing I would say is speak to customers, because customers will tell you, the more you can learn from your customers and the more you understand, the more then you can understand how to serve them. And then the whole thing self-perpetuates. So I think speak to customers and learn from your peers and get a sponsor.
And what Naomi means is customers are your affiliates, because in this context, your affiliates are your customers.
Yeah.
So let's flip that on its head. So biggest things holding us back are sometimes ourselves and not being advocates for ourselves and asking. But what are the core skills that you're seeing top performance marketing professionals do that propel them forward? Like, is there any kind of like secret sauce that we can give people tuning in today, or maybe thinking about building a long-term career in affiliate marketing? And if you are thinking about that and you are wondering what does that look like, feel free to email me, because I've built a very successful and lucrative career in affiliate marketing over 20 years, and I still am. So there is no end point in this career. If you want to continue learning, you can. But what do you see some of the really big guys in the industry that you deal with doing differently, or maybe that makes them stand out, that people can learn from on this? Because you do know a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that come through the doors. You're right, and I actually think I think I've said it twice already, because it really is about this. But for me, it's relationship management, because you can be really hot on all of your digital marketing skills. You can be really tech savvy. You can understand all sorts of things. But actually, if you're not able to connect with your customers, and if you're not able to not just build, but actually service relationships. And we know that actually customer lifetime value and retaining customers and the right type of customer in this day and age, it's not about volume. It's about ensuring that you have the right traffic and you work with the right partner. And to work with the right partner when you've got so many competitors, you have to do something either differently or better than anyone else. And obviously, really, strategy is where to play and how to win. So connecting with your customers better than anyone else, and building and servicing and maintaining those relationships, because it's quite a different skill to acquisition, obviously. And so to retain and understand how to do that, I would say that relationship management, the best affiliate managers I've seen, and the ones who are still really considered the best in the business, are absolutely focused on that relationship management. They have a total focus, laser focus on their customer and what that customer needs and wants. So that is, for me, is the biggest thing that I've seen that's really strong from an affiliate manager.
And I hear a lot of people say that. I really do, because this industry is, yes, it's based on a lot of data. We have a lot of, tracking, data, metrics, everything that we can track in real time in this industry specifically. But people are still by people at the end of the day. So being a really successful affiliate program manager or head of affiliates, you need to have those core relationship building skills, and you need to understand how to connect with people on a human level, but still be selling, and that's part of some of the stuff that we're going to be teaching at the Academy. I've got one more question for you before we move on to what the Academy is how do you think the C-suite practitioners are keeping themselves ahead of constant change? Because you said it before, the show that you ran 6 months ago is a completely different show to the show that you're running today. Now, you have a lot of content people that kind of pull together what the themes, the strands, and everything is that's going to be discussed at this event. But what are you seeing is like the really big trends that people need to be getting on top of right now if they want to keep staying ahead? And why is that moving so quickly?
I think AI, unsurprisingly, is probably the biggest hurdle to navigate. And I think that's partly because it's trying to figure out, we talked a little bit about this before, but how do you utilize it so that it supports your business versus taking over, because it's still really all about that people and that relationship management. This industry is built on trust. And so you have to be credible, and you have to ensure integrity and also authenticity. And I think the best leaders are also quite humble leaders who you cannot stand still in this sector. So what we did in Barcelona in January with ICE and IGB Affiliate, we are now running something in July in London, obviously IGB Live. There will be different learnings, there will be different teachings, and the market will have moved on again. So actually, it's really difficult to stay on top of it unless you are, I think, engaging with your customers, so knowing your customers better than anyone else, engaging with your peers, and being humble enough to learn and, to take advice from your colleagues, and attending events that give you value. So that's not saying you have to go to everything. It's not saying you have to spend your 365 days on a plane, because there's a lot to choose from, right? So my honest advice would be to decide on which events offer you the most value and will give you the most reasons to attend, that will give your business that boost. And whatever your metrics are, measure it against that, measure it in terms of value, because actually if you get that right, those three methods, learning from your customers, learning from your peers, and attending events that will give you real value to your business, is the key to be able to.
That's true. Yeah, you 100% hit the nail on the head, because there are a lot of events to go to, and each event has its own flavor, and you won't get to know that unless you go to all of the events. I mean, I attend like 35 events.
It's hard. It's hard to know where to go. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
And the reason why I attend those events is because I want to understand what other industries are doing. As an agency owner and founder, I need to be at the very forefront of everything that's happening in affiliate marketing. And getting out to these events and talking to my peers is one way that I get to learn and communicate with other people in the community. And you mentioned that you've got to be humble and actually ask questions, but you also need to be brave. You need to be brave and be happy to step outside of your comfort zone and go and ask those hard questions, because nobody's going to give it to you on a silver platter. And I wanted to talk about that, because the questions that I often get asked about, expanding careers, learning new skills, is a lot of what I teach in our workshops, in the Affiliate Manager Academy that we're pulling together at this event. And it's all about thinking outside the box. It's about taking yourself outside of your workspace and away from your like core functions where you kind of tunnel vision. I always have to do it this way. And it's giving you the context about how it could be done by leveraging everybody else in the room. So this is really a great way to get some context around how to be doing affiliate marketing in your business that's maybe going to allow you to think outside of the box, because we do get tunnel vision when we're in our own business. You could be at your business for a year, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't really matter, but you'll only learn how to do affiliate marketing the way that business does it. And that would have been legacy stuff that would have been passed down from the previous predecessors to where you are right now, or from your peers that are currently there learning alongside you. So for me, it's very important that we understand that in order to be a really good practitioner in affiliate marketing, you have to be investing in yourself. And that means self-led learning. And that's either asking your boss to pay for your ticket, or it's investing in the ticket yourself and actually getting to these events so that you can, one, network with people who know what they're talking about, and B, learn from people that have got more experience than you. And I'm not talking, some of the greatest lessons that I've learned are from people that only have 1 or 2 years more experience than me. They're not necessarily the most experienced person in the room, but because they've had different experiences to me, they give me the context of how I can actually apply and do certain marketing principles and practices. The other thing as well is that a lot of people come into this industry because it's grown so fast without having just basic marketing principles. And some of those basic marketing principles, if they haven't studied a marketing degree, but they're coming through sales or business development or customer service, which a lot of people do migrate into the affiliate space in this industry from, they're missing out on the context of why we do things the way that we do. And that's kind of some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about in the Affiliate Manager Academy that we've curated for you guys. So when I sat down with Naomi and her team and we decided that we were going to do this Affiliate Manager Academy and who it was going to be for and what it was going to be about, the emphasis really was on AI, because everybody is concerned about how AI tools are coming in, how we should be leveraging them. And so I wanted to talk a little bit today about what we're going to be teaching, learning, and sharing in this contextual academy that we're running, which is going to be on the 1st of July. So it's on the day that when people are arriving into London and before we have to go and get our registration badges and sign off on our stands and everything, all the usual stuff that you have to do on day one of the or day zero of the event. So there's 4 key topics, and these also relate to the 4 things that you need to be doing in order to build a successful career in affiliate marketing. And you touched on this first. It was personal branding in an AI era. So how to actually leverage your personal brand to grow your affiliate program as an affiliate manager, because as we've both said, people buy people. So how do you become that person that when you walk into a room, everybody wants to take a selfie with you, which, as you can see on the screen, that's what happened here. We were having a really great event. It was an IGB event as well. We had a talk about social media. I took a photo and we made that social media post go viral through learning it with the peers and engaging with the people that were up on stage with me. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of the things that I've learned over the last 5 years building my personal brand when I started Afterverse. And I'm going to be giving you some of the contextual things that you can do in your business as well to build your brand as an affiliate manager. We're going to show you some AI tools that are going to help you to do that quickly and efficiently, because we all know that you have a day job. Your day job is to build relationships with your customers and your affiliates and asking them what you can be doing better. But at the same time, you need to be building your own self as a practitioner in the industry. One of the other areas that we're going to be teaching you as well is finding new affiliate opportunities using AI, because we all know that recruitment is incredibly difficult as an affiliate manager coming into the space. One of the best ways to recruit affiliates is to go to events like Naomi organizes. But again, walking into a room of 15,000 people trying to find the affiliate is sometimes a little bit overwhelming. So we're going to try and give you some tips, practical tips and tools in the Affiliate Manager Academy on how you can actually leverage events like this and actually do the prep work beforehand. So it's great that your boss has bought you a ticket to go to the event and they're paying for your flight and your hotel, but what are you getting out of the event at the end of the day? And that's up to you. Like Naomi, your team can bring everybody together into the venue and actually make the value-driven far enough so that people will want to fly far and wide to come. And there is a cross-section of multiple nationalities and countries and industries that come to this event. But what are you doing as a delegate of the event? Because Naomi can lead you to the event, but she can't make you drink. Like that's something that really the onus is on you. So how are you going to leverage and find these partners using some of the AI tools that are available to really get you organized before you go to an event that is as big as this and really get the maximum benefit out of it? And then the third part that we're going to be teaching you in the Affiliate Manager Academy is creating AI enhanced outreach. So how do you break through the noise? Like how do you break through a 15,000 strong room or a database list that you've sourced, or on LinkedIn where there's so much content going out there? What do you actually do to get supercharged about selling your program and your brand? And Naomi, you mentioned this earlier. You actually mentioned this before we got on the webinar, and I want you to share some of those stats again here with everybody here. Your event has grown, I think you said something like 27% year on year, and the industry as a whole is growing 40%. I don't know what those numbers were, but maybe if you could just mention that again.
Yeah, so I guess, we are outpacing most other sectors, I would say. Yeah. And the CAGR growth for this sector is still continuing to demonstrate really healthy growth. It's about 12% per year. There's 37,000 iGaming professionals in the UK. Yeah, so part of the reason for moving to London is strategically we are genuinely the largest home of regulated iGaming in the world. So that's a huge opportunity to be able to connect people together. And what we can do is we can help facilitate, as you were saying earlier, we can provide a platform to facilitate those conversations. And we can do that via all these different connective, whether it's online digital connections, whether it's in a seminar, whether it's at an academy, whether it's on a show floor, or if it's in a meeting area. But we can't do it for the customer, we can't do it for you. So the other thing is to set really stringent KPIs around what does success look like when you go to these types of events? What is it that you want to come away with if your boss asks you, okay, was that a valuable trip? What have you learned? Like, how do we ensure that you are measuring and offering real good value for the reason that you went, and what have you learned?
But think about this, 37,500 affiliate managers in that room, a finite, number of traffic sources. How are you going to reach out and get the recruitment and get that sale and stand out among the crowd? Now, I can teach you some of the things that we do quite successfully, and you can then take that away and put that contextually into your own business and give it your own flavor and your own uniqueness, and that can help you to grow. So when we're talking about the academy, it's not a textbook. It's not here, do these 50 things and you will be successful. And if anybody ever does try and study that, I can tell you now that will never, ever work. But what we do is we give you the basic principles, we make you think outside the box, and then we tell you to go and test it. And we actually mentor you and support you. So this whole academy is built around, these 4 points that you can see on the screen, leveraging in all of the AI tools that we're now slowly starting to learn and use and implement, but also giving you the context of how to go and apply it, because it's not theoretical. None of this is theoretical, and each and every one of us is going to implement it differently because we are all unique as individuals, as humans. So just think about, like, maybe your one KPI from coming to this event is, I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and not be afraid to actually position myself as one of those 37,500 affiliate managers that are here in the UK. And I'm going to try and come back with maybe 5 new leads. And we will help teach you how to do that through the 4 areas that we're going to be focusing on in the Affiliate Manager Academy, which is building your personal brand, finding new affiliate opportunities using some of the AI tools that we're already leveraging, creating an AI-enhanced outreach content funnel that actually gets affiliates to respond to you, so making you stand out of the crowd, and then thinking about partner retention strategies, because you touched on that earlier. It is not enough to just know what affiliates want and need from you. You also have to be able to retain them, because the competition is fierce. 15,000 brands coming to this event, finite number of affiliates to go and contact and connect with. And it's really important that you think strategically about where you invest your time across this 2-day event, because you could walk the showroom floor and meet nobody. Okay, nobody's going to stop you and talk to you. Or you could go to a couple of the smaller fringe events, meet 5 people that open up 65 doors for you just through networking. So I don't know, like, what are some of the success stories that you've seen with people that come to events? That, because really it's not the number of people that you meet, it's who you meet that's important. It's the value prop that you were talking about.
Yeah, I think the best way that I've seen people really derive genuine value from our events is those people who are clear on what they are looking to achieve and what they want to learn. So also taking advantage of networking tools and really prepping. It's again, we talked about this earlier. It's actually really simple. Make sure that you're organized. Go on the meetings app, try to connect with people you want to meet. One of the things that we launched, because we realized from the customer feedback, when we do our surveys, we always do a lot of surveys and speak to our customers a lot. And we realized that new customers didn't know who they didn't know. So to meet a new customer and to develop a relationship, to acquire a customer, is actually quite difficult. So IGB Introducing was born, which is an area where people can book slots and go to a specific meeting area physically at the show and have a meeting with somebody there. So that's a way of overcoming the issue of perhaps having to approach somebody completely cold. It's a way of connecting ahead of the show. And we've got lots of different pockets of meeting areas, meeting rooms, some on the show floor, some private booths, to be able to conduct those types of meetings, because it isn't just about meeting someone on a stand. And we've got lots of different networking opportunities, whether it's on a boat outside, or whether it's at the affiliate awards on the Thursday at the Troxy, or whether it's at a hotel, or all these different ways to actually connect. And I would just advise to listen, sometimes to listen more than you speak. I have to really learn that, because I get very passionate.
The 2 of those.
Yeah. Actually, to listen, because you'll pick up so much, and also to not be, to be absolutely unashamed about collecting insight. So collect insight, write stuff down on your phone, pick stuff up, listen to different customers, because you'll get such a feel for where the industry is going, and you'll pick up so much just by listening a lot. I think listening more than you talk.
Yeah. Okay, so we've given people some advice, some career advice on how to actually build their career and what they should be focusing on. We've given them a little bit of a flavor of what we're going to be teaching at this Affiliate Manager Academy. And I would encourage you to go and have a look at the website. If you go to the main menu and you click on content and then type Affiliate Manager Academy in the drop-down menu, there's a full landing page there of everything that's going to be taught in this academy. And it takes place from, I think it's 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's in the morning before you're going to have to go sign off on your stand or pick up your registration badge or join the registration regs. It's not conflicting with anything else that's happening at the event, but it is going to give you practical, tactical advice on how to actually level up and grow your affiliate program, leveraging some of the key simple to use AI tools. And we're even going to teach you how to do a little bit of prompting as well. So if you're not really sure about AI, you haven't really used it that much yet in your job, you're still busy doing things manually, you really do need to think about coming to this academy, because we are going to be sharing some of our trade secrets with you. So I guess that kind of brings us to the end of this session, which has been great. And I hope that if you are considering building a career in affiliate marketing, that you'll come and join us at the Affiliate Manager Academy. You can scan the QR code on your screen. In summary, if you really want to grow your affiliate program, you want to learn how to retain affiliates, you want to reach your KPIs, you want to beat your competitors, 37,500 of them in one room, you want to get more efficient with affiliate recruitment, and you want to figure out how to build your personal brand so that you can take that next step and really step up in your affiliate career and maybe even get some mentorship, you'll come and join us. I know tickets are limited for this event. I haven't actually checked yet today how many are left, but I think we were more than halfway sold the last time I checked. So get in, get quick, because there is only so many bums we can have in seats in one room. And it's only going to be those people that are going to benefit from this content, because we're not teaching it anywhere else. You can only get it at this academy, and it's not recycled information. We've actually created this workshop specifically for this event. So I'm hoping that I'm going to see you there. If I don't see you there, stop by our stand. We're at number 840. Come and have some champagne and cupcakes with us on day one. We're celebrating our 5th anniversary. I can't believe that we've been going for 5 years. Thank you. And it's a bit of a landmark milestone for us. We did have a party in Malta last year, but the residual champagne and cupcakes are happening in London, because it is the biggest show. Come and join us at IGB Live. If you're in the gaming industry and you want to figure out what's next, you want to really level up and learn from people that have been doing it for decades, then come and join us. And I hope that you found this webinar insightful. Obviously, Naomi's been doing this for a very long time. She's got all the insider tips on how to make the most of this massive event that's coming up in July. If you stop, I'm sure I'm going to kind of pimp you out now, Naomi, but if you see Naomi on the showroom floor, don't be afraid to say hello. She's one of the nicest, friendliest people that I've ever met. And don't be scared to say hello to people that, you're connecting with like this digitally, because we will stop and we will say hello and we will answer questions. Yeah. So come and join us. I hope you found this useful. Thank you, Naomi, for being my wonderful guest and for just giving us a little bit more insight into why IGB is expanding into training. And all the other fringe benefits that this event is going to be offering everybody. We're really looking forward to seeing you all soon. And thank you so much for being here today with me. I really appreciate your time and your energy in being here with us.
Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure, Lee. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, guys.
See you later. Thank you.